Do I have your attention?
Okay, our next speaker. You've already listened to some words, but our next speaker carries a name of strength and legacy. Red Thunder Woman. The Canadian government may call them Michelle Robinson, but we recognize them first and foremost as a proud Sault Dene person, a parent, a partner, and a fierce defender of their people and land. They have lived and worked at every level of politics, federal, provincial, and municipal, not as a token participant, but as a force pushing against colonial systems designed to silence Indigenous voices. They became the first Indigenous person to run for Calgary City Council. They stood as a candidate for MLA, not because these systems welcome them, but because they demand space for truth, justice, and Indigenous sovereignty. Beyond politics, they are a tireless volunteer, an organizer, and the host of the Native Calgarian podcast. Check it out. It is a good podcast. So check that out. A space where stories of resistance, survival, and reclamation are centered, where Indigenous voices are not asked to fit into colonial frames, but are lifted on their own terms. What makes their work so powerful is that they remind us, activism is not charity, it is our responsibility. Resistance is not optional, it is survival, and decolonization is not a metaphor, it is daily work of dismantling systems that benefit from stolen land and stolen lives. Please join me in welcoming a leader who embodies courage and resistance, Red Thunder Woman, Michelle Robinson. Thank you.
Hello, Edmonton. I am so honored to be here with you all. I was really kind of taken aback by that great introduction. Thank you. I feel like, who's this person that we're talking about here? But the truth is this, is that I was raised naively to believe that we are able to do what we need to do for democracy. My family, on my white side, was in World War II. My native side was in Indian residential schools. Make that make sense. So we always have one side talking about fascism while the other side is actually actively doing fascism. Like it's an irony of Canada. So a lot of you are listening and learning. I get that every day. Oh my God, I'm so listening and learning. So I want you to act. We have done the listening and learning, now we need to act. And that's what the Reconciliation Action Group was. These are folks who actually joined my book club, learned and read all of the TRC, not the little 94 calls to action. I'm talking volumes of books that I had wished by now everybody here would have read. And I'm also meaning the volumes of the National Inquiry that I wish everybody had read. So if you haven't, I ask, especially for September 30th, that you revisit the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. That you revisit for October 4th, the Sisters in Spirit vigils that are happening all across the country. If I hear words like, well, my town doesn't do it, I know they do, and especially if they have a friendship center. So, yes, thank you. So don't create barriers where they aren't there. I know every single person that is here right now is a leader in their own way. Whether they're a canvasser for Forever Canada, whether they're writing their MLAs, whether they're organizing a rally to finally get people that understand together. Now, I was told we were supposed to be good. I don't know what that means. I've been told my whole life that I am a rebel and all I did was exist. So I believe that when people start calling you names is when you're really doing the right work and getting under their skin in the best way. So I see you all as resistors, and I want you to keep resisting, and I want you to annoy them. If they make another hotline, we'll just call it all the time and tell them about what we had for breakfast, what we're having for lunch. These are things that we do. There is a playbook on how to stop fascism, and it really is just to annoy the government. So please keep it up. Keep doing that work. Remember, there's always hope in rebellion. Always, always. That's why we rebel, because there's always that hope. The truth is, we way outnumber them. Way outnumber them. Yes. We outnumber them. They are afraid of us. Otherwise, they wouldn't be pushing on us so hard to silence some of us. There are people who are too afraid to come here today. You know, the truth is, they're not that organized, those folks. They're just not. They're too busy in their churches, you know, with their hate speech, which is wild to me. And the reason why I say that is because there are calls to action very specifically for churches that they are not working on. Shame. 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 So if you are a churchgoer, please go back to your church and make sure you are working on those calls to action, especially for September 30th. Show up to all the September 30th events. Learn that you're a trading partner. I had a conversation with a candidate that's running for a school trustee in Calgary. She didn't know she's a trading partner. How many people here know they're a trading partner? So every hand should be up. Every hand should be up because everyone is a trading partner. That's how you are here as a trading partner. You have a responsibility on behalf of the government to treat us equally. It's so simple. We're not asking for special rights. We're asking for equality. Those on AISH should not be living in poverty. They need equality. Those who identify as disabled should not be in poverty. Those who are 2S LGBTQ+ should not be in poverty. Indigenous people are purposely put on the bottom of the socioeconomic ladder. You have the ability to start to change that. You have the ability to start to hire us and not just fire us when, you know, we have a death in the family. I really encourage everybody to make some time to learn about Samuel Byrd. This is right in your territory. I found it grossly offensive when any MLA would talk about a Charlie Kirk before talking about Samuel Byrd.
Yes, shame!
That should not be a conversation.
No.
Forever Canadian petition shouldn't be a conversation, but yet here we are. So just keep doing the good work that I know each and every one of you are doing, whether it's holding a sign, whether it's writing on the chalkboard, whether it's calling the MLAs and saying, hey, what are you guys doing? Make sure that you get every bit of your hope together. And remember, the gay community taught us during the AIDS epidemic.
Thank you, Oki.
We bury in the morning, during the day we work,
Thank you,
and at night
everyone,
we
for
dance.
tuning in.
So
I
just
really
take
appreciate it.
that to you.
Thank you,
Remember,
Oki.
there's
Love
always
you so
hope, and there's always hope in a rebellion. And if you need to, watch Star Wars. Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be here with you.
Woo! You guys, did you hear all that? You're gonna